will begin. Maroon and White, Notebook Universe, Aggie Football picked up another 5-star for the 2027 class. You've at least heard they picked up 5-star defensive end Zyron Forstall. He becomes the fourth 5-star recruit in the 2027 class. Kamari Dorsey, Rylan Henry, Jaquan Snell. That's the three. Zyron Forstall becomes the fourth 4-star for the 2027 class. In ESPN recruiting, he is the number 11 overall prospect in the 2027 class. He is the number 2 defensive end. He is the number 5th ranked defender, period, in that class. You get the point. The kid is a bona fide pure stud. Number 11 overall, number 2 D end, number 5th ranked defender, 5-star in the class. And Elko and his staff are putting together a very extremely special 2027 class. Now, I do not find myself living in fear of another number 1 overall class if Elko were to pull that off. I know Jimbo Fisher put together the number 1 overall class, and it was one of the greatest number 1 classes in the history of recruiting. And it was a complete and utter disaster. I don't think Elko is Jimbo. I think Elko, and I'm going to go by his portal evaluations, is really good at this. Whereas Jimbo was faded glory. And knowing a lot of the behind the scenes and the stories that have came out, Jimbo was recruiting to have a number 1 class versus recruiting to put together a program. And there's a difference. And Elko is actually building a program. And again, for me, I'm going to use Elko's portal evaluations to think that him and his staff know how to evaluate players. So his chance of putting together a number 1 overall class that's actually a class and actually players that can stick and actually good are probably higher than Jimbo's. Call me crazy on this one. So I haven't found myself going, oh no, not a number 1 class, anarchy, chaos. This will be so horrible. I don't live in that kind of fear. I know there are some Aggies that do, and this is the worst thing that will ever happen. A&M might have a number 1 recruiting class. The horror. I don't know. I don't live in that world. Can't share it with you. Something, real quick, we'll stay football for a second. I think it was CBS Sports, top 10, and I don't think this was their wording, but top 10, deadliest receivers entering the 2026 college football season. Receiving. That's me taking receiver and season and making one word. I like it, but it's not official yet. I'll work on it. Top 10 deadliest college football receivers for the 2026 season. There was Malachi Toney at number 2. Dude was a pure stud. Cam Coleman at 3 at Texas. He'll probably finish number 1. And there was Mario Craver, Texas A&M, at number 6. And I'm going to tell you something. I feel like the wide receiving core should be utilized more, better, proper, maximum potential with a wide receivers coach as the OC, don't you? I, last year, kept asking why not more. A&M's wide receiving core last year, if you think about it, Craver, Concepcion, and obviously the emerging wide receivers behind those two. Part of it was the inconsistency, obviously, of Marcel Reed, but I felt like the passing, I said it in season. This is no hindsight thing. I said it before Marcel fell off a cliff in the last 2 games, but I just felt like the passing game always underperformed, and when you look at the talent they had, undervalue. And maybe this, we'll see. There's so much to find out about the offense, but Mario Craver, number 6, and if Isaiah Horton finishes in the top 10, I would not be surprised too. I think that is the potential and the upside of Aggie football. Big time CBS Sports mock draft update. And no Aggies in the first round. Again, there is a wide range of variance from what I've seen with 0 Aggies in the first round, 3 Aggies in the first round, with Concepcion being the most likely first-round pick. Cassius Howell should be a first-round pick. Chase Basantes is a dark horse first-round pick. But the latest, and again, CBS Sports, and I'm going to go ahead and pull this up just so, I'll try and butcher as little as I can. But, big time, or was it Bruce Feldman? There's so many now that have, updated, but big, they put a big announcement out, one of their big top names of their, man, there's too many of them now. But yeah, CBS Sports updated, no Aggies first round. And earlier in the week, one of my favorites from ESPN did the 7-round mocker. 5 Aggies in the first 3 rounds, 11 total. That's more of value to me. That was more of note and interest. Maroon and White Notebook, Maroon and White Universe, Aggie Baseball in action last night. They destroyed Sam Houston State 16-2 in 7. That's a run rule dub. And the script, Aggie offense went medieval. Gavin Grahovic hit his 5th home run in 3 games because he had 2 Saturday, 2 Sunday, 1 more last night. Grahovic goes 3 for 5 with an RBI on the solo shot. You also had, Jorian Wilson. He goes yard also. There's some red-hot bats for the Aggies right now. And when you score 16 runs on 17 hits, mind you, 3 hits for Grahovic. Kane Sorrell goes 2 for 4, 3 ribeyes. 2 hits for Akopian, 2 for Dewar. Nico Partita goes 4 for 4 with 3 RBIs. If you're hot, it's nice to stay red hot, as one day off, that would be today, and then it's Vandy Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You'll hear all 3 games right here on The Zone, 11:50 a.m. and 93.7 FM. Oh, you can hear it on The Zone app. It's a free app. Download it everywhere you get your apps. You can listen online at radioagland.com, and you can tell Alexa, play Zone 1150. Cole Hubert got the start, 2 1/3, a run. Grant Cunningham, 2 2/3, an unearned run. Couple of nice bullpen appearances. Hunter Vincent, Cooper Powell, each threw an inning, each went scoreless. Couple of game notes out of this one, by the way. Gavin Grahovic's 3 hits matched a career high. Sorrell matched a career high with 3 runs scored. Partita, career high with 4 hits. So it was a great game. Sorrell logged his team best 12th multi-RBI game. Dewar reached base safely 11 straight games. Aggies, again, and I think I said this earlier. I know I said this earlier in the week, and it's only Wednesday, middle of the week, so Monday or Tuesday are the only 2 options for earlier in the week. But I want to see this A&M team play with momentum. Swept Missouri, 16 in the mid. This is momentum. Vanderbilt, 6 o'clock Thursday, here on The Zone. I got to calm down. I'm pretty fired up about this. Maroon and White Universe, Maroon and White Notebook. Aggie softball, Thursday, tomorrow, Georgia. Georgia, who I believe they're number 11. Aggie softball's number 15. Battle of top 15 teams. And this is kind of, in my head, who gets to host a regional, who doesn't. It's these top 15 battles that tend to start some separation for those kind of questions, like when the committee has to decide, because they're not going to let 10 teams from the SEC host. And you're at home. These are huge, huge series for decisions usually the committee has to make later. These are the must-win series. 2 out of 3. I say 2 out of 3. Just win the series. That series against LSU fell into the same category. Series against Georgia, same category. Taking one from Texas and then one more from OU is kind of the that they took care of what they actually had to do. You got to win these series. The sweep they had against Kentucky, was it? Oh, anytime you get a sweep. So Aggie softball is taking care of their business, and that's what Georgia is. You're 2 out of 3 at home. Number 15, separate. You push them out of the hosting, keep yourself in that slot. So I feel like every weekend you say huge series. SEC softball is brutal. SEC softball is knife fighting in a phone booth. Every weekend you look up and you're facing top 10, top 5, top 5, top 5, top 5, top 10. You know, you can be 12 yourself, and that's like 7th in the league. But most sports in the SEC are that level of competitive. Softball's actually worse. When they added Texas and OU, when both of those teams joined, in the softball edition of the SEC, they added 2 of the top 4 teams in the country. Yeah. 979-693-1150. 979-693-1150. Since we're on the diamond, this is not Maroon and White, mind you, but since we're on the diamond, briefly, Astros, Red Sox stayed 2 of the hottest teams in MLB to start the year. Astros beat Boston 9-2. And then you had the Rangers. I'm pretty sure they won 2. You know me. I'm not necessarily the biggest Rangers fan. Matter of fact, I hate them with a passion. That's just the rivalry thing. If you don't know about the battle for the boot, you should Google. The battle for the boot is the biggest rivalry in all of modern sports, international, national. But back to both the Astros and the Rangers lost on opening day, and they have not lost since. Texas 4-1, Houston 4-2. You know, Texas, we played 1 game. We need a break now before we play more. Houston, They have not stopped playing. Not a single day off since the season started. But Texas, we're so tired. We need a break. Not the Astros. Astros, true warriors. But that's a different story for a different day. Hunter Brown, give him the dub. 6 innings, money in the bank. Yordan Alvarez, the start to the year, already hit his 3rd homer. Why did they pitch to him? Anybody got a memo on that one? Hunter Brown, 6 innings, only a run, struck out 8. He's been, Hunter Brown, brilliant to start the year. But we knew that. Who was it? Ryan Starr. He hosts Chip Howard Sports Talk on Fridays with Riley. And he came up to me and he was just like, hey, is this a done deal or the Astros a lock for the World Series? And I just kept walking down the hall. I didn't want to answer that. If the Astros are healthy, they will win the West. I still don't know if that's a lock for the World Series. Yordan Alvarez is healthy to start the year, and this is who he is. He's an MVP caliber player. How long will he stay healthy? Great question, Lou. Let's not ponder that now. A timeout and a return. Chip Howard Sports Talk will join me inside the Charles Schwab studio. This is the Louie Bellina Show on a Wednesday on the Zone.
The Louie Bellina Show, presented by CC Electric. Don't ask unless you want the truth, because
you can't handle the truth.
Weekdays, 11 to 2 on the Zone.
It is the Louie Bellina Show, presented by CC Electric. It is the Louie Bellina Show on Wednesday. I was going to say Thursday. My mind's racing that fast. And Wednesday's right about, 11:20, and sure, it's 11:21. Sue me. I'm joined by Chip Howard Sports Talk, and we just kind of catch up. Chip, I was talking Astros baseball. Yeah. I'm going to let you take over the Texas Rangers part of this conversation because Astros, 4 straight. That is the longest current win streak in MLB. But guess who's tied with them? The Texas Rangers.
Well, the Rangers are way ahead in the AL West of the Astros, Lou, and
help me with that. They both have 4 wins, and
no, I mean
the Rangers are the team that needed a day off because they played a whole game.
Rangers
Astros
are
played through
4-1, so they're on their way to winning the West, and I think this is true. They will have clinched the West Division by the time they open at home Friday. I will be at the home opener at Globe Life on Friday.
You still do that?
Oh yeah, every year. Don't miss. If I can help it. I probably miss 2 or 3 in 40 years. I guess
that's pretty awesome.
So yeah, love love the openers. Opening day is different. It's special. All the pomp and circumstance. I love it.
You've been to 3 different parks.
Yes, I have. I've been to 3 different parks. So love opening day, and I think this is right. If they take Baltimore today, this afternoon, both teams, Astros afternoon game, Rangers afternoon game, the Rangers will have clinched the AL West by the time I get to Arlington on Friday afternoon.
Chip's an optimist, y'all. You just have to understand the psychology of a Ranger fan. Winning is something that's new to the franchise and the Ranger fan culture. So sometimes I don't understand how it works. And when I run into a Ranger fan in the wild, I just kind of go with it. Just so I'm helping out my Astro fans here, Chip. I'm sorry. You don't understand how it goes.
They beat up on the Phillies in the NL. It's a weird schedule. Their home opener series is against the Reds. Long-time rival, the Cincinnati Reds. So great home opening weekend for the Rangers.
How do you get 2 NL teams out of your first 3 series to open the year?
Don't know. The Rangers really have opened most of the time recently at home. They opened on the road, with 6 games with the Phillies, who they crushed, and now they're crushing Baltimore. And, this new lineup is actually taking pitches, making pitchers work. That was the whole, off season with Chris Young. That was the emphasis. We got to quit striking out and seeing 3 pitches per at bat. And, they got Nimmo. They got rid of Simeon so far.
But it's their starting pitching is the storyline.
Well, okay. So they get Nate Eovaldi today. DeGrom was supposed to open at home Friday, but he pitched last night.
Why?
I
thought that lined up.
They did, but he had a stiff neck over the weekend. He couldn't go, so he pitched last night, and it was kind of classic. When he's on, he's unhittable. First 4 innings, he was great. His problem last year, he pitched more innings last year than he's pitched in his entire career, I think, because of injuries. But he had a hard time going deep into games. He was good, really good. He was Cy Young good for most of the season, but he had a really hard time getting past the 6th inning, basically. He threw a lot of pitches. He strikes out people, so a lot of pitches, not as much pitch to contact. Kind of the same thing. They limited him about 80 pitches last night. He did not get out of the 5th inning last night, unfortunately. But the Rangers, of course, hitting the ball, so they won 8-5. And both these teams play this afternoon. We got that game here on the Zone, and
12:45 to 12:50ish. We'll join the pregame in progress. Astros baseball on the Zone. Thanks to Kelly Berdozer.
I'll be on afterward. We'll see. I hope it doesn't go extra innings, but
14.
I think the Red Sox are probably due a loss, especially with Garrett Crochet on the mound. He's been unhittable so far and was unhittable mostly last year. Tough pitching matchup for the Astros. The Rangers have Nate Eovaldi going. He was terrible in the opener. He got lit up by the Phillies because of the home run ball, which cost him last year. He supposedly was working on that in the offseason. He knows that that's an issue. Nate Eovaldi is a dog. He's really good. But, again, the home run pitch has been the issue for him. And unfortunately, on opening day, I think he gave up 2 or 3 home runs, I think. Didn't last, so we'll see. He goes in today with an ERA of 9.64. But we
had 1 game.
Yeah, I know. We expect that to be lowered this afternoon.
And for the Astros, they're doing a day game against one of the top 10
It's
aces.
Wednesday. Is it dollar? Wait a minute. I'll tell you. Is it dollar hot dog
at
game?
Boston?
No. They're in Houston. They're at home.
Oh, that's right. What am I talking about?
Yeah, they're at home.
Astros start with 6 at home, and they're going to go on the road for a week and a half on the West Coast.
Yeah, they go to Oakland, though, so that doesn't count.
That's wherever.
It's not really a major
they're
league
still
game.
Minor league. They're going to be in a minor league park for 10 years.
Yeah.
They do, let's see, they're going to Oakland, which is really Sacramento. They're going to be in Seattle.
Okay.
And there's something in between those 2 series.
Okay.
But it's a week and a half on the West Coast.
The M's are struggling, which is good for everybody in the West. But
are we all unanimous? I need to ask you. I'm going to let you speak for all Ranger fans. Do we all hate Seattle?
Oh, sure.
Why?
Well,
I know I hate. Why? Why do we all hate Seattle?
Well, I mean, Seattle.
I didn't know they were that hateable of a franchise.
Well, they have owned the Rangers. I mean, in good years and bad years, they just flat owned the Rangers. I mean, it's not close. I can't give you stats right now. I didn't look them up.
Rockies. Sorry, Astros, Rockies.
Oh, good gosh. They're playing the A's and the Rockies.
Rockies, Mariners.
They might as well stay at home.
Oh, Rockies are tough in Colorado. they won like 3 games there last year.
They haven't won a game yet. Oh, good gosh. So the Rangers have their work cut out for them in this stretch. The Rangers.
I don't think you're clinching as soon as you think you are.
No, I think by Friday. I'm hopeful.
Rockies, Mariners.
So good gosh.
Back to you hate Mariners.
50 of the first 87 are on the road for the Rangers. 50 of the first 87. So 37 of their 87 first games are on the road, which is, the Rangers have played terrible on the road last year. Even they were decent during their World Series year. Back to Seattle. I think because they're a threat. I mean, they should have won it all. They were so close last year, right? And now they're really good. They went out and got some extra pieces in the offseason. They've started slowly, which is awesome. I think there's a little postseason hangover from a year ago. But they're very good, and I think that has a lot to do with it.
I always look at them as a historical choking franchise.
True.
So for me, I've always looked at them with pity and disdain. So I've never really hated them.
Well, I mean, as an Astros fan, you probably need to because they're pretty good.
But they are, but they always before last year. It was the first year.
Yeah, but choking only comes in postseason. It's
September
not like
for the Mariners.
Okay, but it's not like they're going to choke an April series at home against Houston, right? I mean, they may lose the series, but it's not like they're going to choke it away like they will when they get in the playoffs.
Yeah, but when September rolls around and they have a 4-game lead and then they lose the division by 4, the 8-game swing in 1 month, Mariner baseball catch the fever.
Yeah, that's fair.
Normally, last year. Man,
they were good last year. Really good.
Injuries.
Really good.
Before I let you roll, I got a text message.
Yeah.
And it relates to something we talked about in the hall earlier today.
Okay.
Greg, and he's a hockey fan.
Okay.
Since I've known. Louie, go Stars. It's all caps.
Yeah.
Maybe this is the year.
Look, they've been playing teams, Lou. They've been playing desperate teams here in this last 2-week stretch where they've been bad. Teams trying to make the playoffs, teams jockeying for position. The Stars haven't had that.
They've been injured. Rupe, Heiskanen just came back.
Rantanen just came back.
Thank you. Sorry.
Rantanen just came back. But yes, they have been injured. They have 3 more now. And injuries, you can't discount that, right? They're trying to get everybody well in time for the playoffs, which is just around the corner.
11 games left in the regular season.
Okay. They're not going to catch Colorado, and they know that, but I don't think Minnesota's not going to catch them, I don't think. So they're pretty well set where they're going to play. Not excusing it. They haven't played great hockey, but injuries did play a part in the offense, Lou. They went through a stretch where they scored like 1 goal a game for like 4 games. They could not put the puck in the net. That has not been their problem all season long. But again, Hintz was out. Rantanen was out. I mean, you take 2 of your top scoring forwards out. Without Wyatt Thompson, they're not scoring any goals. And they only had 2 last night. They scored a third when it was too late, in the last minute. They
lost 6-3, 6-3,
2 empty netters.
Yeah.
But they gave up a bad goal in a 2-2 game, which was really the difference in that game. And Boston's been really good too. I mean, they've been really good. The Stars against the East have been terrible. They've been really good against the West. They've been terrible against the East. But their problem is, hey, let's get to the finals. Let's beat the West, which hadn't been real easy. It's been a gauntlet. I'm not panicking yet. Let's put it that way. Let's see how the injuries shake out these next couple of weeks. Not panicking yet on the Stars. I think they're still plenty good, and they're plenty good enough to make a deep run.
They beat Colorado on March 18th in the shootout.
Yeah.
Got that win back.
Yeah.
got within 2 points.
Couple of points. Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. And since then, they've lost 7 of 9.
Yeah.
There's injuries. There's reasons why. I just know, man, I would have loved to have had that positive Mo. Not necessarily even first place.
It's not too late to get that. I don't know that they're going to get that. It's not too late to get it, but I'm not overly concerned yet about this team.
Chip, 2 things. Yep. Who do you have today?
Scott Clendenin's in. It's Wednesday. We'll have some post game from baseball last night. Aggies pounding the pelota. Now, if they can just prevent a few runs this weekend, they'll be good. And Mallory will be in today as well.
Okay, and Sports Talk Madness, who's winning?
There's a couple of people that are probably going to win they're right at the top. I know who's not winning again, and that's me.
Really?
Yeah.
I never would have guessed.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chip.
Got one team left.
Wait a minute. Zona. You have Zona.
Yeah,
left.
I have Arizona winning it all. I had Arizona Duke.
Oh, you had Iowa State. You were on Iowa State.
I was on Iowa
I remember
State,
that.
but I didn't know their best player was getting hurt.
I could have told you that. I could have told you.
No, you didn't know their best player was getting hurt.
Why didn't you ask me? You know I could have helped you on this, right? Don't tell me you had Duke.
I did. I had Duke in Arizona.
Why didn't you ask me for help?
Come on.
Chip, I could have helped you. I got 3 of 4.
Look, I'm not in mourning that Duke got beat and the way they got beat. I'm not in mourning at all.
I'm actually enjoying it.
But it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
But my gosh, did they choke.
That's entertainment to me. Talk to you later, Chip.
Yep.
Chip Howard of Chip Howard Sports Talk. It is a Wednesday thing. We just kind of catch up and hang out. Chip joins me inside the Charles Schwab studio. When we return, I got to listen in. First, it's Michael Early, NM baseball head coach, post-dub over Sam Houston State. Then it's Trisha Ford, and she has a Georgia preview. Yup, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Number 15, A&M. Number 11, Georgia. That's what's next here on the Louie Bellina Show.
The Louie Bellina Show. Dial 979-693-1150. Hello. To visit with him. Hello. Or to win. Hello. On the D4 Land Services Hotline. Dial 979-693-1150.